Conversion optimization. So all that matters is somebody actually taking action on your website. If they don't call you, you can't help them. If they don't fill out your form, you cannot help them. If they don't add to cart, you cannot help them, right? That is the way I look at it, and everyone within my team looks at it, is that it is our duty to make sure that people who are on your website take action, because that is how you can do more of what you love and actually help them. So there's some big wins, and I just want to show you a client's analytics. So from November 1st to January 4th of 2020, you can see their bounce rate continues to get better. It's the industry average for movers is much, much higher than a 40% bounce rate. We have one client we just took on recently also who has an 80% bounce rate. So 40% is really good. And if you notice that, if you can see this gallery here, this is their gallery page. I'm going to get into that in a section, in a second rather. It has an average time on site of 13 minutes and 39 seconds, right? Over the course of 3 months. So that is an eternity to spend on a service-based website. And you can see we also are setting up goal tracking. I'll go over that in another section. But time on site and conversions are really, really important. So how are we doing this? So what we're doing for clients, like I said, is very easy call to action at the top, whatever a positive action is for you, and just make sure that everything opens in a new tab. Because if they click on, say, a social icon of yours and it cannibalizes your existing page they're on, opens in the same window, that's actually a bounce to Google. It's a terrible signal. Google's tracking everything. They want to make sure people are consuming your media, your web pages, and content to make sure it's actually a good experience. They have to do this through an algorithm, obviously, because a human being can't do that. It's just there's trillions of web pages on the interwebs. So one of the things, like I said, strong call to action. Now you want in the header, also in the menu, you want to highlight the action. So request a quote. This is all very basic things, but a lot of people aren't doing this. And then if somebody were to scroll down, we want a good experience. You ever see a giant sticky header? When you scroll, the whole thing moves and you're like trying to peek underneath and see if you can read the content. It's absolutely atrocious. It's terrible. So this is just really clean. It's not annoying. As you can see, it's one row. And this is the best practice that we're using right now for clients. Any type of interactivity we can add on mobile and desktop versions of the website we want to add. So the request a quote button actually gets a little bit bigger, but it's not obnoxious. If you can see the size of it here, and then when you scroll, it gets a little bit bigger. So just this little coding has increased their click-through rate, and it's lowering their bounce rate as well. Now, what else is doing it? So we're implementing Facebook chatbot with a software called Smart Engage. The reason we're using Smart Engage over others is because Smart Engage is intertwined with email marketing as well. So there's awesome things we can do for review follow-ups, which I'll get into later, and other email marketing aspects. So this is a Facebook chat, and we're also syncing it up with Facebook ads and Instagram ads for remarketing later on. I'll get into that in another section. So those things alone have been big wins. Now, what we've coded is if they're on the website and they're on the website for at least 10 seconds and they go to leave the website and they're on the home page or one of the inner pages, they're going to see our exit video. This is critical. This is not annoying them. It shows up once per browser. Most people only use one browser. I use every single browser, obviously, for testing purposes. But most people use one browser: Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, whatever it is. They're going to leave your website. They're about to be dead to you, dead to the world, and vice versa. Nice knowing you. Their dog's barking. They got to go. This is so you can just say your piece. Thank you for coming to the website. This is what you can expect. For example, we showed a testimonial he had. He actually had a really good video testimonial by this woman. And we have some clients that are doing some super high-end video, right? I think any type of video, as long as it's sincere, is better than nothing. For example, look at me here, right? This isn't the most cutting-edge video right now, but it's more interactive, so you can actually see over my shoulder what's going on. It's the same exact thing on your website. If you can get some type of video out there when someone's trying to leave, it's a really strong call to action. And we're actually tracking that people are tapping and clicking on this more than not, right? So this is just newfound leads that you would otherwise not be getting. So no thank you. They could click that. They could close it. They may watch the video and then go, you know what? I do want a free consultation. I do want a quote, whatever it is service you offer, right? Or I am interested in learning more about your products. And when they hover over, it slightly changes, right? Not to be too obnoxious and out there, but it's just enough so that the eye understands, okay, this is something I'm interacting with. I can click this. They're going to then most likely click it, and then they're going to be taken to the contact form page. Now, once you get them here, it's not a done deal, right? You still have to seal the deal, right? So they're on your contact page, but maybe they're having second thoughts. They're like, you know what? I'm scared of being spammed or something. You know, I don't know who the hell these guys are. I haven't even looked at any pictures. I don't even know what the owner looks like. They're going to go leave the website. Whoa, what just happened? Right? So we coded a custom image that is interactive with buttons on the right-hand side of the screen. So this is a private window, so you can't see the Facebook chat. The Facebook chat is still there. So there's a lot of different things we're doing to ensure that there's some type of interactivity on the website. Google Analytics is tracking events on the website. An event is a click, a tap, a scroll, anything, even a view. If you scroll and you view the website, a viewport section, Google Analytics is tracking all of that. So here you can see this looks even better on a large desktop as well, that there's a call to action. View their testimonials. It's a great shot of Adam and his wife Itzel. View their gallery, right? And as we know from here, they're spending 13 minutes and 39 seconds on average once they land on the gallery page. Get back to that. So let's just say we coded so that the images are links too. So, you know, if they don't view gallery, if they click that, then what happens? They're then taken to the gallery of the website. And I want to get into the gallery in just a moment. You know, images are as old as dirt, right? It's nothing new. But the way we're doing it is new. We're actually coding this page to automatically sync and pull photos from their Facebook. This has been such an amazing win. This is killing two birds in one stone. Every time they make a media upload to Facebook, every 12 hours, our software will go in and auto update and pull that image into their website gallery, right? This is why people are spending so much time on site. Maybe they're looking around and they go, you know what? This looks legit as hell, right? There's hundreds of images. If you were looking to see if these were real people, mission accomplished, right? Because you know that these are real people. You have screenshots of all kinds of things, right? Testimonials, images of moves, images of the team. So you know that you're dealing with real people. And if they wanted to, if they went to the testimonial section, we're adding all the testimonials for this company. So now something new that we're doing is we're adding every single review. Before we used to just add a couple of them. Like if you had 100, we would add 12 or so. We're now adding every single one. And the reason we're doing that is because we're coding it, and I'll get into another section of that. We're coding it so those stars can appear in Google, or at least have the opportunity, because we're structuring that data for schema data for Google to understand that these are real reviews on this page, and each one is important and unique. So it looks good visually, you know, to the human being on the other end of the screen if they look through your testimonials. Then also, if they click this, they're not only taken to Google search results, it automatically opens up the reviews. And right now it has not. We have to fix that, but this is what you should see. It automatically will open up the reviews just like that. So we want to get naked to the prospect, right? This is who we are. This is what we do. This is why we do it, right? And you tell all those stories through gallery, photos and videos, and through testimonials, right? So these are end video now if they go to leave. So there's multiple things. So you can imagine before we took them on, they had a basic header. There wasn't a strong call today action. It wasn't formatted well. The request a quote was just a regular menu item. It wasn't a button. On scroll, the whole thing came down and you were trying to peek underneath it, you know what I mean, to see the content. We're fighting the header, you know, to read the content. And that's just not a good experience. So, and also the homepage, which is kind of the hub of the website. I'll get into more of that. There's a lot of different sections that they can find and click in order to add time on site. It also looks visually appealing. If they scroll down, it's not overwhelming. They can look at everything. There's actually another video here. And then there's a lot of content here. If they want to read it, it reads extremely well. It internally links to different sections of the website also for benefits of search engine optimization too. So everything's kind of holistic and wrapped into one thing. It's hard to pull one thing apart from another. And then at the bottom again, we've added 20 images from their gallery, renamed them, optimized them as well, just so they could see them in case they didn't land on the gallery page right away. So there's just so many different things that we're doing right now in order to achieve a bounce rate of less than 40% in an industry where I am positive, because I have access to other analytics and other people I consult with, has at least 75% plus bounce rate. We've cut the bounce rate in half by doing these things. Could you imagine if half the people who came on your website that are leaving actually stayed? Of course, that's going to equate to more phone calls. Even if it equates to a handful more of leads every single month, that is something that should be done, and it's really low-hanging fruit. So it's so important to wrap your head around that, is that you can only help somebody if they're consuming what you're all about, your brand, your business, and actually reaching out to you. If they don't take that step to reach out to you, then your website was for naught, right? All your SEO and online marketing, your work, you paid for that traffic, whether you realize it or not, through your reputation, your sweat equity, the last X amount of years you've been building your business. So it's super important. And that is how you end up with bounce rates as low as 20% on some pages, 0% on some inner pages too. We're now building out city pages. I'll get more into that as well in the later section. So I can't harp on this enough, right? There's an exit video. Here's our video, because perhaps they didn't see it. Here's our testimonials. Here's our gallery. Here's our phone number, and click this button to call, right? Or request a quote. And he's telling me, Adam has told me he's gotten amazing leads from this. It's not just terrible leads. He just got a lead for a 1,500-mile move all the way from Coon Rapids, Minnesota to Tampa, Florida. Okay, I'm going to stop this video. It's getting super long. Again, conversion optimization, Facebook chat. We want as many touch points as possible to make sure that if somebody has any sincerity in their bones, right? There's turds out here, obviously. There's people who are just on the website who are A, your competitors, and B, they have no sincerity in their bones at all. But if somebody has any type of sincerity of looking for your service or your product, we want to at least give them the chance to reach out to us. And we do that through conversion optimization, which we're doing for all of our clients.